Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. It's Lane here with MetaShackle. I just quickly wanted to go over a couple extra charts. I didn't quite have enough room in the last video to fit these last few charts as I'm limited to 15 minutes because I absolutely refuse to give my information to Google. Fuck Google, for the record, if they're listening. But I'm going to go over the XCN chart as well as the total crypto market cap. So let's get into this. Taking a look at the XCN chart, this one is completely different than every other chart that I've showed you so far. First off, the pattern is actually much smaller. It was very hard to determine where to put these trend lines as well as the internal wave count, because this looks to me like it's actually a 1 and a 2, even though I have it labeled as wave 4 at this point. I'm going to have to wait until we get more information to make a more accurate determination of where these lines go. But there are some good things about this chart. We've swept the entire pattern lows, and it appears to me that we have actually reached a bottom here. We might see a situation where XCN makes an attempt towards equilibrium, potentially even up into this red area before any of the ISO 222 tokens. It looks like this might get the jump on them, but there's also a good chance if this is the wave 2 count, it could come up, fail somewhere around equilibrium, and fall down further, regardless if the ISO 222 tokens actually rebound and start moving upward, which would give us a 1, 2, 3, then the fourth wave to the downside before we see the fifth wave up. And it was also very hard to determine where the proper place to put the equilibrium zone was. I finally settled with this spot right here, which looks pretty even. But at this point, there's still not enough information. One more pass through here would probably clarify it. But I'm assuming at this point, because of where some of the Fibonacci lines ended up, that it's at least semi-accurate at this point. It might not be a bad time to start accumulating some of this if you want a nice spec play, but I wouldn't put more than 15% of your portfolio overall into this. But like I said, if this makes a nice move up and does a 3, 4, 5x before anything else starts to kick around, you could easily swap that into other cryptos that haven't hit and increase your stake in some of your other holdings, using XCN as a tool to get yourself additional coins in those positions. Definitely one to keep your eye on, especially to where it appears that it may have bottomed out right here. The last chart is the total crypto chart. We're actually looking at that cup and handle pattern in the handle where the breakout has fallen back through the handle. And on last night's video, I marked out this range right here as a liquidation box. There's actually two that apply in this situation. You can see that we came right down through, punched right through the bottom, and then pulled back to the top, forming this nice pin bar. It also bounced off the Fibonacci line perfect on this candle, coming through on this one. If this holds, we could see a bounce back up, which would be typical of a pattern like this, coming back to retest that rim line of the cup and handle pattern. But if it does continue to fall, I wouldn't expect it to go to the bottom trend line. I would expect it actually end up in this area right here. But if it does come back down to this area, that is a substantial difference for the overall crypto market, which means odds are we could see a lot of those liquidation boxes on the previous charts hit, maybe even exceeded. Something to keep in mind. And here's a quick look at it on the weekly chart, just to give you a better idea. But another thing that you want to keep in mind with the Crypto Total Market Cap chart is the fact that it's actually on the wave 5 of a 5-count Elliott wave pattern. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 about midway through. And if this does come up to the top of this range, which is very, very likely, which is a good sign for all the other charts that I've shown you since this is Crypto Total Market Cap, in moving to this upper range of this upper trend line, which has been hit 2 times previously, would double the total market cap of crypto, and could be indicating that there's going to be some incredible money to be made. And if you follow my channel, you know that my XRP breakout chart indicates that the biggest part of the move is going to start in the month of May, moving into May, June, July, and potentially even August. Something to keep your eye on. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.